Hello everyone. This week we had learned data summarization. So now we are putting it into the code and to practice how to do the data summarization in Python with Python. So here I have a data set that is some students' scores from an exam. So we are going to know what is the mean, median, and the mode, and how many students above maybe 90, over 90 their score is. So how can we do that? So let's put it into the code. Here I have already uploaded this data set here in my Jupyter notebook. I hope you still remember how to import it into a data frame. So I'll name this data frame exam. Okay, it looks worked. We want to make sure it did import the data as the correct data. So what we can do is to print out the first maybe 10 rows to see if it's correct and what is the structure of the data. So let's print out. Okay, so here it works. So it shows there are a couple of columns: gender, race, parent level of education, and here are the math score, reading score, and writing score. So we will next we will analyze the math score. Okay, what we can do is to fetch this column. I hope you still remember how to fetch this column. That is use the ilog. So here I need all the rows. So I will just use this to get all the rows. And for the columns, I want this column. This column is the number 0. The first column is 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5. Number 5 to 6, because the 6 will be excluded. So this actually only returns one column. So I just name this new data frame math score. Okay, and like I just did at the beginning, let's print out the first 10 data to verify if it was correct. Okay, it looks exactly the same as from the entire data frame, so this is correct. So now we can just use a function called describe to get to know the median, mean, and the mode of this data. And I can print this out as well. Okay, here this function, the result, this function immediately tell us how many counts, means how many records there are. A total of 1,000 records, and the mean is 66, and the standard deviation is 15. The minimum score is 13. Maximum score is 100, and this is the median. So the median is 66, which means there are half of the people is under 66 and half of the people are above 66 score. So that's pretty good information. And in the chapter readings, you have learned reading a histogram, so we can plot the histogram. What we can do is to plt hist, and in the histogram we just need to give it the data. The data is math scores. And here's another parameter. This shows like how many bins do you want. I'll just set 30 first, okay? Let's see the difference. Okay, so this 30 bins, okay? So if I do 20, you can predict what will happen. There are less bins, so these bins will be a little bit wider, right? Okay, good. So that's a histogram we got, and in the reading you have learned how to interpret the histogram. So for example, in this histogram, I think it's overall it's symmetric. I think the median, the mode is this one, around 60, and the median is 66. So and the mode is also around 60. So and the mean is 66. So it's pretty much symmetric. But I want to reinforce that. I also want to explain when the histogram is skewed. Okay. So let's draw another histogram. So for example, if I have a histogram like this for the reading score, this doesn't look good. Into another one. So what does this histogram mean? So in this histogram, the mode is it's easy. Mode is the highest number of the bin, right? So the mode is here. It's a mode. And the medium. The medium is like half of the area. So in this picture, obviously this right side is smaller, so this left side is bigger. So the medium should be over here, somewhere over here, right? So now this area, the left side and the right side area is overall equal now. So that would be the median. And the mean would be somewhere around here. Why? Because there are some students, their score is extremely low, so that drags the mean down to probably around here. So what does this picture mean? What does this picture mean? So here, let's look into this picture. When we look at this picture, maybe this is 66 again, okay? If it's 66 again, what means? This means that most of the students, their score is above 66. This is the largest, the majority of the score, right? So actually, this picture means okay, the scores are very healthy because most students achieved over 66. Only a few students, very few students, is under this score. So this actually means if it's for the exam, the score is pretty good. And on the other hand, if we have a picture like this, what does this mean? That means the mode is here. The mode. And the median is probably around here. Median. That's the mode, okay? I didn't write very well. And the mean is probably somewhere over here. The mean, x. So the mean may look very nice, maybe 70 or even 80. But is this score does that mean that this class have a good performance? Not necessarily, because most of the students their scores are under 80. Right, or if it's 66 again, most of the students their score is under 66. Only a few students their score are very high, so it drags the mean over to the right side. So if this is the performance for the whole class, this is not very healthy actually, because most of the students their score is under the mean value. Okay, so that's how we read the histogram and understand the skewness. So in your assignments, I want you to explain what this means. This means this means if this is skewed right, that means that most of the students their score is under the mean value, and only a few students their score is higher than this value. Okay, and if it's this picture skewed left, that means most students their score is above the mean. Okay, and only a few students under is under the mean value. So this is actually quite healthy. Okay. So that's how we interpret the shape of the histogram. Because there are more things you could look into, like the outlier. There are a few students their score is extremely low, far away from other students' score, like this. If you are interested, you can find the video on my YouTube channel. Okay, the last thing I want to add is how to read the categorical data, like here gender, lunch, test preparation course. We want to know how many students completed the test preparation course and how many didn't. So that's pretty easy. So we fetch this column again, use this formula. So this time I think this is fourth, right? 4 change it to 4, 5. I'll name it prep course. I'll verify the data. Okay, this is correct. And next we can use this function called value count to get the number of the options in this category. Here there are only 2 options, completed or not. Okay, so if I print this out, it will tells me how many students completed the course while how many students not. Okay. Here, this is the result. Okay. So in your assignment, you will be given a similar task to get the statistics, basic statistics of data, and then plot the histogram, and also after the histogram. After histogram, you should interpret what this histogram means. It means the mean. You could add the mean, mention the mean, and the median, and the skewness is skewed. This one is symmetric, or it could skew left or skewed right. And what the skewness means. So the skewness means, for example, here the skewness means most students their score is above 66. So let's kind of see the skewness. Okay. You could also mention outlier, but only require these 3. Okay, and also you will be asked to get the count of a categorical column as well. That's all. Thank you all for watching. Good luck on your assignment, and let me know if any question.